So for our winter project, what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this coffee mug, but we're going to do it artistically. So we're going to use lines and patterns. We're going to use first crayons to draw our lines. And remember, there's lots of different kinds of lines. So I've done zigzag and wavy, and then I'm going to do a bumpy line. And that divides up my space. I can also decorate the handle as well. So now that I've divided up my space, we're going to create a shape pattern. So this is just a simple shaped pattern. Remember, when you color in with crayons, you want to color it in really dark. So push down hard, not hard enough to break your crayons, but hard enough that it really shows up nice and vibrantly. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate the background. We're going to color in the background with marker. And if you've colored your crayons in nice and dark, what will happen is it will resist the ink of the crayon, and you can just take a little tissue, dab it off, and fill it in, and then it does this beautiful job of coloring the whole background while still revealing the pattern that you created with the crayons. So it's a marker crayon resist. Fill in that whole thing. And you can also, if you want to, we can also work with what's inside the cup using the same method. I'm just going to finish up the handle here. And then we're going to color in the hot chocolate or the coffee or whatever warm drink it is. Now, if you would like to add some marshmallows, or maybe it's an espresso drink and you want to add a little design for the steam, I'm going to add a couple marshmallows because this is hot chocolate. And see how it just resists there? Just like that. Okay, now that it's completely colored in, we're going to make a little landscape outside this window. Now you can find a very, very light blue, or just simply leave it white. If you just simply leave your snowy white, then it will look white, like white snow. And I'm going to add some trees, some evergreen trees, so it's a nice winter landscape outside this window. Once you've finished your landscape, we're going to cut both of these things out. So careful cutting, carefully cut out the window, and then we're going to carefully cut out the coffee mug. Because we're going to glue the coffee mug down in a minute, you can just split cut, so just cut that straight up and then cut it around there. But you do want to cut that inside of the handle. Make sure the inside of that handle is cut out there, and then when we glue it down, the handle will glue down too. Okay, now you're going to pick out a piece of fabric, a piece of paper, a piece of fabric, and you're going to glue that piece of fabric onto the bottom, and that's the tablecloth that your coffee mug is going to sit on. Glue that to the bottom, just like that. Glue your coffee mug onto the table and stick it right in the middle. You don't want to stick it on the edge because then your coffee mug will fall off the edge of the table. You always put your coffee mug right on the middle of the table there so it doesn't fall off. Glue your window onto the wall so that we can look out. You can add curtains from little scraps of fabric too. So if you want to take one of the tablecloths and cut it so that they're little strips of fabric, and now you've got curtains. And now you have this mixed media coffee mug. Make sure your name and class code are on the back. And there we go.